Welcome to Physics 106, Physical Science for Educators. The purpose of this screencast is to tell you a little bit about the course and review the expectations outlined in the syllabus so we don't have to spend too much time on it on the first day of class. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Jennifer Doctor, and I am an assistant professor in the physics department, but I also work closely with the School of Education to prepare future educators in science. I'm originally from a small town in North Dakota called Jamestown, but I've also lived in Minnesota and in Illinois before coming here to Wisconsin 2.5 years ago. My husband is Dr. Ben Anderson, who teaches in the math department, so maybe you've seen him around campus as well. One of my hobbies is crocheting. I also enjoy playing trivia at some of the local establishments. That's a little bit about me. During the first week of class, you'll complete a survey so that you can tell me a little bit more about you and what you're hoping to get out of this class. Now a little bit more about the class. Physics 106 is an introductory physics class. So the main objective of the class is for you to learn about physical science content and how to engage in scientific practices such as planning and carrying out investigations. What makes this class really different from other science classes is that it has been specifically designed for future teachers of elementary and middle school. Many of the activities and demonstrations we'll be doing can be adapted to use with young children. In fact, even the electricity curriculum that we use is the same one that they do in 4th grade over at Emerson Elementary School. So if you take a look at the syllabus, which is posted to D2L, and I'll hand out at the first day of class, the top part includes my contact information and office hours. And they'll mostly be Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. I also do office hours by appointment, so if those times don't work with your schedule, send me an email. We'll find another time to meet. I've also included a link to my Google Calendar so you can check my availability that way as well. All of the curriculum materials we'll be using will be provided to you in class or on D2L. There are a couple of supplementary texts listed here which are available to rent in the bookstore. You'll also need a calculator. Cell phone calculators are not permitted during our quizzes and exams. So the format of the class is what's called an integrated lab lecture. So we'll be combining hands-on activities with some direct instruction or lecture sprinkled in as needed. All of the PowerPoint slides will be posted to D2L, usually at least a day in advance. The main topics in the course will include matter, motion, electric circuits, magnets, and waves, which include sound and light. So in addition to learning about these science topics, we will also consider some of the common difficulties that young children have when learning science and explore the new science standards which just came out in April of 2013, just last year, called the Next Generation Science Standards, or NGSS. So here's a few pictures of some of the in-class projects we do, like building roller coasters out of foam pipe insulation. So you can just see all of these smiling faces excited about learning physics. Here's some more pictures. Maybe you recognize a few faces here. In the sound and music unit, we do an idol band competition where you'll create a musical performance using homemade instruments with some choreography. Alright, so here I do take attendance in the class because as future teachers I think it's important for you to illustrate the dispositions of the teaching profession, which does include valuing the learning experience. But if you know you're going to have to miss a class, send me an email in advance. I do allow you to use electronic devices during class like cell phones and laptops, but I do ask that you be respectful. If someone's talking, either if I'm talking or if one of your peers is talking, please refrain from texting or using your phone. Just be respectful in that. So here's the part of the syllabus you're probably really interested in, the assignments and the grading scale. So most of your grade is based on exams and quizzes, as you can see. There's going to be 3 exams which each contain 50 multiple choice questions, and there are going to be 5 quizzes which are a combination of short answer and multiple choice. So I'll typically post a practice exam about a week in advance, or a practice quiz, and so just keep checking on D2L about information on these. And more information about the journals and the homework assignments will also be available in class and on D2L. I'm using a point-based grading scale where the total number of points in the class is 600, so you can see the number of points that you'll need to get each grade that you're looking for there. So in the electric circuits unit, we'll be doing a group project where you'll be designing and building a model house, which is wired using batteries, light bulbs, and motors. And so I put a few pictures in here just so you can see some of the great themes that we've had in some past years. So these are some of the award-winning houses as voted on by the class. Here's a few more. Here's some of the more recent ones that we've had. You can see there's some great creativity in the class, so I'm really looking forward to what this class has in store. All right, and these are some of our runners-up as well. All right, so we also have a great partnership with the Children's Museum of La Crosse for a service learning project during their STEM Saturday events. You and a partner will be selecting a demonstration or activity from class and displaying it for children at the museum. I'll be posting a sign-up sheet probably in the second or third week of the semester. And there are a couple of pictures here of some of the popular choices that people choose to bring to the museum, like the hovercraft, an air bazooka gun, sinking and floating with an aquarium. Also, we usually have some electricity and some magnets, sound and music. All right, so one change from previous semesters of the class is that we have a second service learning opportunity. So the physics department has been working with some of the local middle schools to organize a physics fair and demo show over at the Myrick Hickson Eco Park, which is not too far from campus. We piloted this physics fair last spring with some volunteers, and the teachers liked it so much that they've asked us to do it again. Only it's been expanded to include sixth graders from 3 middle schools instead of just one school, and over 3 different days in April. It'll be April 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So we'll have our hands full trying to cover all of the time slots. For this class, you'll be expected to attend at least one of the days, and the physics demos will be pretty similar to what we're doing at the Children's Museum. So more details about these service learning opportunities and expectations will be provided in class and on D2L. So the last part of the syllabus is just reminding you to abide by the rules for academic conduct set by the university. And at the end of the syllabus, you'll see that all of the units are laid out on the calendar, along with the deadlines for homework, the quiz and exam dates. I'll be using some of these labels when I post PowerPoint slides or files to D2L. So for example, you can see the first day, we're jumping right in and starting on Matter. So the slides corresponding to that day will be called Matter Day 1. Most of the deadlines happen on Fridays at 5 p.m. So you can see that as we get into March and April, things are going to ramp up a little bit. We have our house wiring presentations happening early in April. That's also corresponding with the dates that we were able to secure with the Children's Museum. And we have this Eco Park Physics Fair happening in the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So just be aware of that and prepare for that. That it's going to be pretty busy getting into April. All right, and the third exam is not cumulative but takes place during the final exam time. All right, so again, welcome to Physics 106, Physical Science for Educators. I'm excited to meet you and get to know more about you. Check the D2L news section for additional announcements, and remember to respond to the introductory course survey by 5 p.m. on Tuesday. One of the items on the survey will ask you what questions you have about the syllabus and course expectations so we can clear those up right away. Also, please notify me of any allergies you have, especially latex allergies, since we sometimes use balloons in the activities for this class. All right, see you soon.